Everybody, my name is Lizzie and thank you so much for joining me again on today's video. I just thought I would do another get ready with me. I just wanted to try some new products for my makeup for today. So I just figured I would make a video out of it, talk a little bit more about myself, of course, and then put this up on my channel because I have a lot of stuff coming up in the next coming weeks. So I just wanted to try and get as many videos as I can for some content for my channel for now. So let's get started. I'm going to try some new products here. Some of them are like little sample pieces. So I have the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. Of course, this is not anything new. I can't believe all the hype about this. Was it last spring when it was released? But I tried it in store and I thought it felt kind of greasy for my normal or combo oily skin. And I didn't want to spend, $52 for a freaking primer when I have a drawer full of primers that I still have yet to try and use. And I just didn't really know if it would work well with my skin. So I got a few samples, of course, from, multiple Sephora orders. So let's go ahead and try this. People have said that they've liked it. Of course, it does seem to be a favorite among all skin types, it seems, but we'll see here. This will be my first time actually using it for my makeup base. So let's go ahead and open this. So I have nothing on my face right now. And so I heard you only need like a little bit. So maybe I'll just use like half of this. That's probably still too much. So just a little bit here. I'll like spread it on my fingertips. So I have some news. I finished my current job. Ooh, it smells citrusy. Not like normal Tatcha products. Kind of reminds me of how the Bite lipsticks smell a little bit lemony. So it feels a little greasy, we'll see. But yes, so I left my current job, which was I started when we moved to Lake Havasu. It was a contract position that I worked from home, helping the doctor's office that I used to work for in San Francisco. So I would just, be answering phones and scheduling appointments and helping patients on the phone. So so that was nice that they employed me when I moved, knowing I didn't have a job set up down here. And it's been nice just, waking up and going to work here at my computer. But it has been, a little bit weird not getting, made up anymore, not really playing with my makeup as much because I don't wear makeup every day, working from home. And so that will be nice to get back into that. So that's the primer. I don't really notice anything right now. I don't normally wear foundation, but today I will try this little sample. It's the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, medium to full coverage, and it's in the shade Vanilla, so I think it will be my shade. We'll see. Sorry, Pippa is trying to chase a fly around the room. And let's try this. I'm not going to use a beauty blender today. I'm just going to apply this with a brush and see how the coverage goes. 1 second. This is really hard to open with my greasy fingers. Okay, so that took forever to try and open, and I really don't understand how this shade is Vanilla. You see that? It's like a beige, warm beige shade. So yeah, I just don't understand how it's Vanilla. But let's see. Well, it looks lighter when applied. It definitely has a lot more coverage than I'm used to. Kind of make me look like a ghost. At least on camera it does. So yes, as I was saying, and I was just stopped talking there. So Friday was my last day at the call center job, and now I am going to be starting at the hospital here, and I'm excited. You know, it's just so isolating when you're working from home, and my husband works from home, so we're both just like constantly with each other all day, which, you know, I don't mind. We get along really well, and it's not like we interact all day anyway. He's in his office, I'm in the room doing the phones, and we used to work together at the bank anyway, so we're used to being around each other all the time. So, but yeah, it's very isolating, you know, just having moved to a new place and both of us working from home, so we obviously didn't get to meet people too much. You know, we meet people through Rover, the dog sitting app that I dog sit for, but a lot of those people are older anyway, retired anyway. Only a couple I've met that were like our age, but it's like, what are you supposed to say? Like, oh, you want to go? Sorry, there's the fly that Pippa's chasing. Want to go hang out? You want to go get a drink? So, I don't know. It's just kind of hard and awkward to really meet people when you're working from home. You just realize like how much you kind of do build a social network through coworkers and whatnot. I used to really like the girls I used to work with in the office. Oh, this is just a mess. But yeah, it looks okay. It's definitely doesn't look what it looks like on the packet there. It's definitely lighter, so that's a good thing. The girls I used to work with at the office were just so nice and funny, and we just all got along, and even though we didn't hang out too much, we would still have like some nights out that we would go out together and go see a movie or go get drinks, and that was just fun, and just that camaraderie at work where everybody can have a laugh and enjoy each other. So let me just check on this real quick in the mirror up close, make sure I didn't miss anything. This is definitely fuller coverage than what I'm used to. And I don't know. I just don't like how foundation looks on me. It just seems cakey, but maybe it's the brush. I'm applying it with the brush, not the beauty blender. Don't know. And my lips are so dry. I should have put a moisturizer on them. But yeah, I just feel like the foundation on my nose really emphasizes the pores, and it's not really like settling down. It's like obviously tell I'm wearing foundation. I mean, on the camera you can't see it, but up close, I don't know, I think it looks awful. Well, it's not like I'm going anywhere today, so we'll just run with it. I'm going to quickly do my brows, which I don't do on camera because it's just not worth mentioning, so I'll be right back. Okay, I hate my brows. They're the bane of my existence. I hate how this one is like, the tail is a little bit shorter than the side, and I have no idea why. I mean, I don't like pluck them or get them waxed really, so it just seems to grow that way. But anyway, aside from that, let's move on. I'm going to do my eyes today using the Natasha Denona Gold Palette. I know it's nothing new, but it's new to me, and I haven't even tried it yet. I am interested to see how this palette performs because I bought it off Mercari, and I bought it really discounted, brand new, in the box. And I just don't know how this girl on Mercari can sell this so cheap without making a profit. In my opinion, I don't know what she bought it for. Maybe she stole it. Who knows? But I mean, I was looking at it very closely, comparing it to my other Natasha Denona palettes, and it seems legit, but I guess you really just don't know until you try it. So we're going to give this a go and see. But yeah, she has a ton of like name brand new release makeup on her account, and I just don't understand how she can keep her prices like significantly low. Like this palette, what, it's 130 bucks, and I got it from her for 80. So how is that possible? But you know, I was like, well, I really want this palette, and she has really good reviews, and she says it's authentic, so I guess we'll see when I apply it, see how it performs. I did ask her, I was like, oh, you know, how can you keep your prices so low, you know, and make any money off of that? And she said a relative or a friend or somebody works in the beauty industry and gets like a lot of products really cheap. So maybe that is the case. I mean, I really don't know how you could get like 10 Natasha Denona palettes really cheap if you work in the industry, but who am I to say? I am noticing, oh, see, I still have the mirror, the plastic on the mirror. I was like, why is the mirror so awful? So let's see. Yeah, I just love the different range of golds and a couple of greens thrown in there because I love a green shadow. So I think this is a really nice layout of her palette. I'm not into the new one that she released, the Becca palette, Bibba, I think. I mean, I like it, I want it, but the colors are just blah. They remind me of the Safari palette a little bit. They remind me of her, what was it, the mini nude palette, or the, I don't even remember her palettes, but they all just seem to be combined into this Becca palette, and I'm just like, well, that's nothing new and exciting. So I wish she came out with something a little more out of the box, a little bit more colorful, like the Anastasia palette. But I know she, like, it is a good staple palette. It looks like it has a bunch of neutral shades, so I'm sure a lot of people appreciate that palette. But yes, let's see here. So some of these are very similar. I'm just gonna go into this one here. It's in the shade Aria. So this one up here. Aria just reminds me of Game of Thrones, and that is coming out soon, and I'm so excited. Who is a Game of Thrones fan? I just cannot wait, even though it's going to be sad because this is the last season and it's ending. But, you know, I feel like I have an idea where they're going with the ending, and I, you know, hope it goes in that direction. I mean, I don't read the books or anything, so I have no idea. But I hope it goes in that direction. But then again, it's like, it just seems very predictable. So I'm sure they'll have their surprises and crazy shit going on that you won't see, and it won't turn out the way I wanted to, but we'll see. I'm very excited for the Game of Thrones collection by Urban Decay that's coming out next month. It just looks so amazing. As a collector, as a fan, I really want the PR box, and I think it's, I mean, it's $250, but I feel like when you add up all the prices, all the individual products individually, if you add them all up, it's definitely worth way more than the 250, so I'm leaning towards that. But I also really like the eyeshadow palette that they have listed separately that has like this pop-up of the Iron Throne, and so I really want that too. But it's like, why would I get 2 eyeshadow palettes? I don't know. So hard. So that was Aria. And now I'm going to take this mustard looking shade. What shade is it? Dijon, of course. So very mustardy. This mustard color here, and just kind of blend into my crease a little bit. So yeah, I'm excited to start work at the hospital. It's gonna be starting on Monday, and it will be like supposedly not interacting with patients face to face, which I am fine with. I am kind of tired of being this friendly face and having to accommodate to patients and be fake and everything. I mean, naturally I am anyway in any kind of job, but you know, sometimes that just gets tiring, and dealing with them on the phone is a little bit easier because you could just, they can't see your face that you're making. So I think I'll be doing phone work again, stuff with insurances and authorizations, and I just wanted to find a job here that's local to, you know, get benefits and not have to be an independent contractor, which was really hard to file taxes for. That was my first time filing taxes for both me and Dan as an independent contractor, and I was just like, ugh, so frustrated with it. But I mean, we kind of understood how it works near the end, but I just would rather not, because you're supposed to pay quarterly taxes, just an estimated amount of how much you expect to have for the year, and it's just so annoying. So I'm just like, well, Dan's the only independent contractor now. You don't have to pay as much for quarterly taxes, hopefully, and figure that out for next year. So that's mustard, or Dijon. Let's see, shade Dijon to lighten up the crease a little bit. And so far I think they're applying well. I mean, I haven't noticed anything too different from her other shadow palettes. Now I think I'll take, I do want to involve that green somewhere. Maybe first I will use the brown shade Log, so literal, to darken up the corners here. Oops, some fallout. So I'm nervous a little bit to start a new job, you know, just meeting new people and learning everything new, but I'm a pretty quick learner, so I think and I get along well with everybody. I've never had issues with like other coworkers, so I think it will work out just fine, even if they are older. Let me clean this up a little. So now I'm going to take this green shade in Python, so this green shade here, and bring that into the corner here. And so on top of starting a new job, my parents are also coming out to visit. So I start my new job on Monday and they will be arriving here Tuesday. So it's kind of stressful having a new job and then having to entertain my parents. But they were aware that, like, even if I was working for my old job, I wouldn't be able to really take time off. And so they'll just entertain themselves until get off work, and then just like go grab dinner and stuff with them during the week, and then have the weekend with them. So that's why I'm trying to do multiple videos this weekend, since I won't be filming when they're here. It's really weird because I haven't, usually I go like almost a year, a little bit over a year before seeing my parents since moving out to the West Coast. And this year I've seen them 3 times in 1 year. So it's like, wow, I just saw you, it seems. But no, I just love that they're making the trip out, because my dad is kind of not in the best health and it's very hard for him to travel. But they made the trek out to San Francisco last April. Was it last April? So yeah, they made up the trek out to San Francisco and they did okay. And then Dan and I met them at my brother's house for Thanksgiving. And now, since we moved here, I think they just wanted to see what Arizona and Lake Havasu was like, especially because Dan's parents were just here in February. So I think just hearing about their trip and experience, they're just, well, I think mostly my dad just wanted to come out here and see it. And sorry, and I would love to have them. I'm going to take the same shade and just put it in the lower lash line. Would love to have them retire. Well, they're already semi-retired. My mom still substitute nurses at the schools in the district, but I'd love to have them move out here and retire. I mean, Dan and I eventually want to have kids, and not having anybody here to help take care of them would be nice. It's just interesting how different parts of the world kind of operate. Like, if I still lived in Massachusetts, like, we would have kids and not be on our own, and, you know, occasionally have our parents help out with watching them or anything like that. But then in San Francisco, because it's so freaking expensive and daycare is so expensive, like, pretty much anybody who had a kid out of my coworkers and friends still lived with their parents. So they had like built-in daycare right there. So like, yeah, pretty much, unless you're making well into the 6 figures, you still live with your parents and had them watch your kid. And being alone in San Francisco, not making high into the 6 figures, was definitely not gonna work for me and Dan. So I feel like being in Arizona was one of the main reasons we moved here, to be able to eventually settle down, buy a house, and have kids, and be able to manage that on our own. But it would still be nice, because my parents are getting older, and I would like to have them be around while they can enjoy their grandkids. But I don't know, my mom says she would never be able to deal with the heat out here, and it's almost April, and it's definitely hitting the 80s and getting warmer. And I like it, Dan likes it, but 80s is definitely way different than 100 degrees, which will be here soon. Walking by the lake today just made me really wish we were in Hawaii. I really miss the beaches and going into the water and the ocean, and just being surrounded by such lush green humidity and everything. I miss that. Part of me just thinks you should just pack up and just do it. Just move to Hawaii. But But we need to plan a little bit more, save a little bit more, because we pretty much just did that for Arizona. We're just like, okay, we got to do it. Otherwise, we'll never do it, or it'll just be like another year or two past. And I'm getting older. Like I said, getting to advanced maternal age. Well, I'm already advanced maternal age. And so we just we're like, okay, we're going to move. We're going to go to Arizona. And it took a while to, you know, like I said, find a job that I wanted here. A lot longer than I expected. And we're just still not sure if we're going to end up staying here, if we're going to move again, or what we'll do. So it's still kind of up in the air, and I would just love to just move to Hawaii, but I don't want to get to Hawaii and, you know, be stuck there or have to move again, because it would be hard finding a job or anything. So just got to plan that out. Sorry, I'm just annoyed with my hair as the usual. Messy style. So yeah, I really like that green shade, just kind of a little bit messy on the under eye there. And now I'm gonna take, I think I'm gonna take this kind of duochrome shade up here in the corner. This is the shade Lime Chrome, and just kind of put that all over the center part of the lid with my finger. It's kind of gold, ship's green a little. It's really pretty. Ooh, it is very pigmented. It really reminds me of the Natasha Denona single pots, the burnt terracotta in green, that duochrome eye topper. That's what this shade reminds me of, definitely. It's really pretty though. There's a lot more oomph to it than that pot itself, I think. So yes, my parents are coming out here, so that will be nice to have them. I don't know what they're going to do during the day, because like I said, we're pretty much out in the middle of nowhere. There's no like nearby mall or anything. We have a big Walmart. We have a JCPenney's. We have a Kmart. That's pretty much it. And my dad can't like walk around too much, especially not in this heat. So that should be interesting. They were like, what did Dan's parents do when they were here all day? I'm like, they drove. They went for drives. Could drive for like an hour and then see another town that's similar to ours and then drive back. Like all the tourist attractions, the Grand Canyon, Sedona, Flagstaff, they're all like 2.5, 3 hours away. So it's not really drivable for those on the days that they're here. So I really like this eye look. I love the green. I love the mustard color. Let's just see what I'll pop on the inner corner here. I don't even know if I really want an inner corner. Yeah, maybe I won't do an inner corner, but I do want to get a little bit more in here. So we'll take them to some restaurants around here that we took Dan's parents to. We discovered a couple new restaurants with them, so we're very nice and casual and could eat outdoors now that the weather is warmer. So that's what I'll be doing in the next week. And tomorrow we have to take Pippa back to Vegas, so that will take all day tomorrow pretty much. Luckily, we do not need to go back to Vegas when my parents are here, but my parents will be flying into Vegas and renting a car and driving here. So that's the eye look, a little messy on the under eye, but like I said, I'm no professional and I just do this for fun. So I like this palette. I do think it's the real thing. I didn't notice any kind of weird formula or anything, but we'll see over time if it makes my eye turn red or fall out. We'll see. But I'm pretty sure it is the real deal. And now let's see for the rest of my face makeup. I'm going to just use this. It's nothing new, but it's the first time I'll be using it. It's the Marc Jacobs Do You Dewdrops. This is the one that first released, not the second shade that came out last year that had a little bit darker tint to it, I think. I think you only need the littlest bit, but I love the bottle. It's so chic in this glass. With a white top to it. So I just, ooh, maybe even put too much still. And, oh, I forgot to do bronzer. I'll do bronzer soon. Just pat it on. I'm going to add some more highlighter over top of this, so it's not like it's going to be just this shade. Yes, very dewy looking. I do miss Massachusetts. I feel like I was trying to think the last time I was back there just to see my friends and stuff that still live there. So the last time we went back to Massachusetts, well, the last time I went back was for my friend's wedding, and that was 2016. Dan went back, I think he went back in 2017 for his friend's wedding that I didn't attend. I was just like, I'll stay home and work and take care of Pippa. So yeah, that was the last time he was back. And it's just crazy how the years fly by and how much you can miss. It's a really nice town. Oops. Makes me nostalgic, but get back there eventually, maybe in the next year or so. So I'm gonna take this bronzer, the the Urban Decay Beach Bronzer. I don't know, I might have used this, but I can't remember. So I'll just use it again. And it looks kind of orangey in the pan, but I don't think it really shows up that orange. So after this video, I'm gonna film my March haul. So you'll see me wearing the same makeup and everything in that video if you click over there and watch it. But I don't know. The whole low buy thing just isn't panning out for me. I always, well, in the January and February ones, I was saying how, you know, I'm going to do better. I'm going to do better. Next month I'll try and do better. And it just ends up being even more than I spent in the previous month. But I don't know, I'll explain in that video why I did some of those purchases and what I hope to achieve with them. There's just so many releases coming out that it's so hard to be picky. It is. I really don't like this foundation. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm not a foundation girl. Or maybe it's just this one. But, I mean, I like the Hourglass one I tried before. I like the La Mer one I tried. But this one just, like, really looks nasty up close. Just can see it. I can see it sitting on top of my skin. I can see pores and... Ugh. Okay, so bronzer. I'm going to add another highlighter on top just to give a little bit extra today. It's the Jeffree Star Supreme Frost in Wet Dream. I only swatched it before and it does seem very glittery, but it really is okay. This is the Sigma Soft Blend. It's a concealer brush, but I wanted a stiffer brush just to pick up the Baked Gelée formula. I hate messing up the print. Oh, it did pick up a lot. Very light. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, on top of that, Marc Jacobs catches that light. Blend it a little. So it does seem a little glittery on the cheeks. I think you could kind of blend it out, buff it out. Okay, and last, well, not last exactly, but I'm going to take the new Kevyn Aucoin blush, Neo Blush in Rose Cliff. So it's like the gradient blush, like his other face palettes. So you can concentrate your brush in one side or the other. I'm just going to kind of swirl it. His products are very soft and just beautiful. So this is the shade Rose Cliff, so it's a little bit pinkier. So not to beat a dead horse to death, but I just cannot say enough about Mercari and how pleasantly surprised I've been about the transactions and sales I've had on there. You know, it's just something I really enjoy doing, and it really makes me reevaluate my collection and products and how much I don't use and won't use probably, so I really just should list them and try and sell them. So I really just have been enjoying that a lot. Just finding other makeup lovers. I mean, of course, there's been a couple bad transactions, but for the most part, they've all been good and easy, and can't believe how much money you can make from it. So it's just, I mean, even if you sell something for like $5, $6, it adds up. And I've been just enjoying that, going through my collection and purging and feeling better, even though you can't even tell I've made a dent in my collection. But it's items that I don't miss, I don't end up missing, and it's just nice to have some money back from it. So I'm just taking my Becca Hydramist setting powder. It's nothing new. I'm just trying to use it up because I don't like it anymore. It's it lost its cooling effect, I think, with the move, or maybe just over time. I've had it for a few months now. but yeah, it used to feel like it actually felt wet when you applied it to your skin and had this like crazy effect, just the way it felt wet and cool and then didn't make your makeup look wet or anything, and just kind of melted it all together. But it lost that effect, so I'm like, well, it's kind of cheap, gimmicky, so I'm just using it up now. Powder and lipstick and mascara. I'm just going to use the NARS Climax mascara again. I don't want to open another mascara and have too many open anyway already. And I really liked how this looked before. It didn't flake or leave black marks under my eyes. I'm trying this new lash serum out that I got from Influencer. I'll post about it soon because they wanted us to test it for like 4 weeks. And it hasn't been released yet in stores, so they don't want us to leave reviews about it until it's released and until we've given it a good test run. So this lash serum, this is the first time I've ever used a lash serum. I've been using it for maybe about 3 weeks, 2.5 or 3 weeks, and it says to use it twice a day. So of course sometimes it's just hard to remember to do that, so I definitely like still used it at least once a day. I haven't really noticed a difference yet. I mean, I'm definitely gonna keep trying until the stuff runs out, even past the 4 weeks, but I don't know, because my lashes definitely need it. They're just these like little bitty like wispies that you can't even see. And I am not skilled enough to apply falsies, even though I should probably practice. Yeah, I should probably practice. So that's the mascara, and now I'm gonna take this Bite lip crown in Meritage high pigment lip pencil for my lipstick. My lips are very dry. You can even see it cracked, and I try to apply lip balm every day, but the weather, like I said, is warmer, drier, and definitely hasn't been helping my lips at all. But I chose this because it kind of matches my shirt, and the Bite formula is super just moisturizing and hydrating, so I really think it won't emphasize the cracks or dryness and help keep it a little bit moisturized. Plus, it looks like I haven't even worn it yet, so that's crazy. But yeah, you should check out Mercari. I have a link if you've never signed up before and want to sign up. I think you get $10 off your first purchase. You should try and sell your stuff on there if you just have items lying around that collecting dust and you don't use anymore or forgot about, because people like cheap makeup. People like finding good deals, so it's just really a nice win-win, I think. I always feel like I apply my lipstick unevenly, but can't be perfect. So that's this lipstick in Meritage, and this is my makeup of the day. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't too boring. Just kind of ramble on and talk, you know, I'm just, don't even know. But I really love the gold palette. I love how this eye look turned out. Yeah, that's really nice. So I'm very happy with that purchase. And now I'm gonna go film the March haul. So thanks so much, and I hope you will subscribe to my channel and just follow me on Instagram, on Mercari. I would just love to be able to connect with you guys and just share my love of makeup even more through those social medias. And thanks again. Talk to you later. Bye.